going to be that interested in this. This just happened, and I share everything with you. So I'm going to share this very, very brief experience this afternoon. Wow. I would be saying that this would be two in a row, but the first time in the previous video that I just made was earlier this morning when I traveled and I wasn't able to arrive in whatever place I was going to. This time it happened again, and I swear to you, I was just resting. I was just relaxing. I honestly did not, be honest, completely honest with you, I did not have the intention of actually leaving. In fact, as I've told you before in some of the previous videos, I had talk on. I had something on in the background where people were talking, whatever. It was some sort of radio show or something. And I was just relaxing, listening to it. I'm being completely honest with you. Just relaxing in the afternoon. My eyes were shut. Again, no storm sounds, no music on, no nothing. I was just kicking back. And suddenly I felt that feeling I feel when I'm getting ready to go beyond body. And interestingly enough, there was no motion this time. I didn't necessarily feel emotion. I did feel, you know what? Honestly, no, that's not correct. I'm just remembering this as I'm going along here. I'm sorry. I did feel some motion. Actually, I did. It wasn't a very, I wasn't moving very quickly. I do remember that, but I did feel motion. And it was interesting because as I was doing it, I could, and this has happened before, very strange. Anyone that this has happened to when they've astral projected, I'd love to hear this. I could still hear the talking in the background. Now, I've talked to you guys about this before, that I can hear the talking in the background while at the same time I'm experiencing whatever I'm experiencing. And it is the strangest feeling. It's almost like, well, it is definitely like this. I am in two places at once when this is happening. I have one, my body, my ears here. I can still hear the talking or whatever is coming out of my iPad. And at the same time, I'm going through the experience. Now, when this happens, unfortunately, because it was so funny, when I started feeling the motion and I could hear the talking at the same time, I thought, I really, I really want to turn off the iPad so I can really have this experience, because I knew it was going to end really quickly if I didn't turn the iPad off, because the two sides of me are divided. And if I'm able to focus more, then I know that, the experience is going to last longer. But so anyway, let me get back to the motion. I will tell you this. Remember in the previous video, I was telling you that I wasn't feeling at all patient. This time I had patience. Except I didn't have relaxing music or storm sounds in the background, but I did have patience. I allowed things to finish. I allowed my travel to finish. And I just sat there and I was breathing. And again, I was like, I know this is going to end quickly because I can hear this talking in the background. But as I began to slow down, this time I felt hands grasp me around my arms. I could feel it solid, and then kind of sort of prop me up into the air. That's what it felt like. It felt like I was being propped up into the air from my usual feeling of motion. And very quickly, the darkness lifted and my surroundings revealed themselves. I was in the living room of a house, and I'm pretty sure it was a house. That was one of the things I remember. It was so completely symmetrical. Everything was equal. That was the weird, kind of strange part. Like in a house, you have one part that's longer than others. There was a sort of symmetry to this place. It was entirely light baby blue. That's the first. The two things I remember, there was perfect symmetry, and the house was completely painted in this light baby blue color. And I looked around, and there was, through what it looked like, it was an opening, like a doorway. And through this doorway, I could see there were stairs going down, and then I think there was a kitchen, and there were people in the kitchen. And I think they were cooking, but it was so, the symmetry was perfect in this place. I remember the measurements were everything was so symmetrical. When suddenly I saw a little girl. She was small. She looked to be African American, mixed maybe with something else. Maybe she was part white, part something else. I don't know. But her hair was quite curly and light. She was just the most adorable thing. And she comes running up the stairs and she's playing, running around. And I said, "Hello there." And she just looked up at me. I think she smiled, and I think she did say hi. And just as I was getting ready to ask her what her name was and where this place was, as I was getting ready to do this, I guess the other part, the noise, the talking that was going on in the background just took over, and I was right back here. How frustrating. Anyway, it was a real brief one. I share everything with you guys, so I'm sharing another one that happened this afternoon. Just to let you know, an FYI, I did picture myself holding a rope just briefly. I always do, even if I don't plan on going anywhere. I always have that kind of in the back of my head. But again, I wasn't planning on going anywhere. So this was quite a surprise. Thank you so much for coming on another journey with me. And until next time, take care.